and welcome back to Battleship Cove. I'm Paul Scalabroni, volunteer here. Today we're on the Joseph P. Kennedy again, and we're down in Fox Division, up forward on the ship, where we're starting the deck repairs. A while back, we took the tile up in the compartment here, and for the most part, it was okay. Aside from the aft and port side of the compartment, where we pretty much figured we were going to have some issues because a long time ago we had some water intrusion from up above into the ship, and it rotted the deck away pretty severely. Not to the point we thought it was. It's a little worse than I thought it was, but it's not unmanageable. So we've started to get ready to do the repairs in this compartment. It's going to encompass Fox Division here, the reefer deck down below, which is currently dark, which we'll explain why in a second, and the sonar room on the other side of this bulkhead. The main reason down below is dark is in the corner here and on the starboard side of the compartment, there's a lot of cables that go through stuffing tubes and also things that they've added over the years that don't go through stuffing tubes that go down into the reefer deck down below. So a couple weeks ago, me and Alex had to start pulling all those cables out. You can see a few examples here. Let me go down a little bit on the ladder. These were some of the stuffing tubes that we didn't have to pull the cable out of the stuffing tube. The deck around the stuffing tube was gone. So all the penetrations that go through this deck had to be removed. So all the cables, all the power here that comes down, all the feeds that go down below to the lighting. That's why there's no lights, because all the power has been removed. Things like the steam line, that's going to stay because we can weld around it. That's pretty thick. But anything power related, the main cables over there for the 440 system down below, they're not energized anymore. We'll remove those as well, and then eventually we'll put them through. But the idea is going to be that this whole deck is going to become watertight again, because the way it is right now, obviously with a giant hole here and a giant hole here, this hatch effectively does nothing. It's not sealing anything. It's not sealing the compartment down below. And on Kennedy, if we have any problems, it's pretty much that part of the ship down below us. That's where we have a pretty thin hull because the reefer deck is right on the keel. So if there are any issues, we want to be able to lock that compartment off and keep the water from getting everywhere. And the other thing we're doing down here is also restoring the compartment back to its original condition. So just like we're doing in the Burke exhibit, all the BX cable, like this here, they added in just your standard house circuit panel to power a lot of the systems. And a lot of this was going actually back after us. It was powering the steam table, the galley equipment, because when they used to have field days on board, they would run all the original equipment. We're never going to do that again. So this transformer, this panel, it's all coming out. It's not original to the ship. All this wiring's coming out because it's not original to the ship. So it's all going to get restored back. And then that also frees up all the space for us to do the deck repair that we need to do. And tying into the removing equipment to free up space, we'll go into the sonar room, which unfortunately is where the deck is probably in the worst shape. Because again, water got in here, and you can see kind of where the board is, and immediately right here there's a big hole in the deck, and it pretty much continues from where I'm standing all the way aft. And the pieces of equipment we have to remove are these guys here, the 3 sonar repeater cabinets. We're in the process of doing that today. We're undoing all the wiring, getting everything ready to be pulled out so we can put the cabinets back in and rehook everything back the way it was. This equipment will never run again. It's pretty much demilled, and the power requirements, everything on it, will never make it run. But we want to put it back at least the way it was originally, so if anyone ever pulls it, they can still see the way the equipment was originally wired, hooked up. But it's just for completeness. We don't want to make anything worse than what it already was. So even though we have to remove it, we'll be able to completely reverse it. And then continuing back aft here, the other pieces of equipment we have to remove are more of the sonar equipment cabinets. This one we've actually already got everything out and it's completely free. We just have to move it now, but we have to take these out because, again, the deck around them is pretty much non-existent. These are sitting on the beams. The steel plating is effectively doing nothing. And same thing in the corner over here. There was 2 banks of transformers. We actually pulled those out. We had a Facebook post on those a couple weeks ago, but that's what the deck looked like underneath them. So again, you can see why we have to do all this extensive metal repair, because this is all getting new steel. And these have to come out because the deck under these is fairly the same condition. But that's the worst of it. The other side of the compartment is completely fine. We already pulled everything up there, the metal, the plating, it's all good. It's just because the ship pitches this way, all the water pooled up in the back corner of this compartment, and that's where it did the worst damage. All right, so we're here in the forward part of Sonar. This is a part of the space that is actually in extremely good shape. Right now, we're using it kind of as storage for the equipment that we're removing. Mainly, like these here are the racks out of the stuff we just showed you in the back of the compartment, which are fairly complete. I mean, that's why we want to keep them in good condition, and we take photos of everything and we'll hook them back up. We'll never run it again, but at least we'll have the ability to show people what the equipment originally looks like. And the other reason it takes so long are these are obnoxiously heavy. This guy, not so much. This thing here is what's in those Sonar units. So there's one top and one bottom. This has to weigh probably 250 pounds or thereabouts. So this takes multiple people to move to get it across the compartment over here. Then we have to get it out of the cabinet and down to the deck safely without it damaging itself or the deck further. So it's a large and labor-intensive process. And we're also doing this in probably some of the coldest days we have up here right now. We just got 1.5 feet of snow. It's around almost 0 degrees in the morning when we start, and I think the high today was like 5 or 6 degrees. So our friends up in Buffalo know what we're going through, but it's really cold around here right now, and most of the ships aren't heated in these areas because they don't need to be. So we're dealing with this. The water level is right here on the ship, so these bulkheads just radiate cold into this space. I mean, if you stay put like we have to do on doing all these connections for an hour or so, your feet turn into icicles, and then we have to go inside, warm up for an hour, come back out. So it's going to be a few weeks of us just moving this equipment around, just because the conditions we're working in aren't the greatest. It makes you long for the summer. And same thing here, the transformer banks, they look small, but those things are extremely heavy, and we have to, again, tag it, mark it, so it all goes back in exactly the way that it belongs. But that's why we do it, because this space is kind of cool, and we have everything in here for the Sonar equipment, and they never really stripped this compartment out, so it's all complete, and we want to keep it that way so we can do behind-the-scenes tours of these areas and eventually get the equipment so it kind of looks like it's living, so we have lights on them, get them going. We have the recorder for the Sonar over here, a giant reel-to-reel system. This we could actually get going and actually play some audio through it and then loop it through the ship, so up in CIC you could actually be hearing what this is actually transmitting. And it's just little things like that we want to get going and just make the spaces look a little bit more lived in and believable when you're in them. We want to thank you for joining us here on the Joseph P. Kennedy today. Like usual, we ask that you like, share, and subscribe to our videos. If you want to come down and get involved and volunteer, if you liked anything that you saw us do or in our past videos, we ask that you fill out a volunteer application on the website, come down, get involved. If you can't get involved in person and you still want to, we do monetary donations or also physical equipment if you have something you think the museums need. I'm Paul Scalabrone, volunteer for Battleship Cove, and we'll catch you on the next one.